This is Chris, the Idaho Painter. In this video, we're going to show you how we go about rolling walls fast with an 18-inch roller. So stay tuned for this video. So we're down here working on this room. We're actually painting all these walls in this room with this 18-inch roller, and we're painting them really fast. And one of the things, before you get started painting, you always want to set drop cloths down. We've got drop cloths down here. We've got 9-inch paper with 1-inch tape run around all the baseboards. And now we're ready to roll. Just got to get this thing, the floor is protected because you don't want to spill anything on the floors. Got our 18-inch pen right here, or bucket. And this is actually a 5-gallon bucket right here that'll hold 5 gallons of paint. We typically fill it up about, a little less than half full, start rolling out of it. This is our extension pole that I'm actually using, and the ceilings are about 8 feet high, so you just want an extension pole that's not too long, that'll reach up there comfortably at 8 feet, so you don't have to do a lot of bending or reaching. And got our 3/8-inch roller right on here, and or it's an 18-inch roller with a 3/8-inch nap on it. And now we're just going to begin the rolling process. I'm going to show you how we go about rolling these walls fast. You just start up just by loading up your roller. If you haven't got it all loaded up, you just want to get it all loaded up with paint and then begin the rolling process. And now I'll show you how I actually roll these walls. So to roll a wall with an 18-inch roller, it's a little bit different than using a 9-inch roller. And this also is a wall. You can see this blue. It's going to take at least 2 coats of paint. And if you're going to be 2-coating a wall, it's going to be a little bit different process on your first coat than it is on the second coat. The first coat's basically going to be a skim coat that you want to be thin, but it's going to dry really fast. And I think I can, if I get it on properly, I'll be able to cover it on the second coat with this color that we're using. This is a pretty light white color, but 2 coats will do it. So my first coat's gonna be a skim coat that I want to dry really fast. If you put it on too heavy, then you're gonna have to wait too long before you can do your second coat. And I'm typically, when I'm rolling a wall with an 18-inch roller, I get my roller loaded up, and then I'm gonna set it in the middle of the wall, and I'm gonna roll up and then down, and that's gonna be my first stroke right there. So the process is gonna be up, down, and then right back up again and down. And then I'll look at it right there, and it's laid out nice and thin, even. There's no heavy spots. Now I'll load up my roller once again. You can see how much you can actually cover with an 18-inch roller with just a couple swipes of the roller. So I'm gonna load it up, get it good loaded up with paint again, and then set it right in the middle, up, down, up, down. And I'll look at it. If there's maybe a heavy spot right there, I'll just lay that heavy spot out. You can see how much surface area I've covered now already with just loading up the nap twice. So I'm going to load up my roller once again. Once again, on the first coat, laying it out, I'm not really concerned about doing a proper layout. What I'm concerned about is just getting a thin skim coat on these walls that will actually dry really fast. On my second coat, that's when I'm actually going to be concerned about laying it out from either bottom to top or top to bottom when I put the paint onto the wall. I'm going to do one more time. I'm going to lay it right in the middle, up, so you can either start going, put it right in the middle of the wall. You can either go down or you can go up. It really doesn't really matter. Put it in the wall, go down, up, and then just like that. One more time on this side. So you'll load up the roller. You're gonna put it right in the middle of the wall. It's gonna go up, down, up. And I can see right there, I got just a nice thin skim coat on there, and that will actually dry. We actually, to paint walls fast and do high production painting, you want a lot of heat and not a whole lot of humidity. So we always crank the temperature up. If we're in a residential home, crank it up to 75, 80 degrees. Open up the windows slightly so it'll blow air out and get rid of humidity out of the room. And this will actually, this skim coat will probably dry within 15 to 30 minutes if you've got the temperature up high enough and the humidity is low enough. Another just quick simple tip too, when you're loading up your roller, when I load it up, instead of just carrying it straight to where you're gonna go actually do your rolling, it's a good idea to just twist it. It's a little bit harder with an 18-inch roller, but if you just turn it to the side, it'll keep it from dripping. So I typically load up my roller and then I'll turn it to the side and then take it to where I'm going. Once again, just gonna load it up, you turn it, and now I'll move it to where I'm going. So it's been a half hour, now we're starting this wall, approximately a half hour. Gonna roll a second coat on this wall, the paint's all dry. Prior to rolling the wall, we're doing the ceiling cut-ins, and then we cut in the bottom, did the caulking and tape, and now we roll the final coat on here. I'm gonna show you what it looks like to actually roll out and lay that final coat. So doing the final layout on this thing, the process is a little bit different. I'm not doing just a skim coat, but I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna load up my roller. So just load it up in my pan, and then I'm gonna put it in the middle of the wall, and you can either go up or down, whatever's more comfortable for you. Sometimes I think I like going down a little bit better, but it doesn't really matter. Just set it in the middle of the wall, and typically you're gonna start from either corner of the wall and you work your way to the opposite side, but for video purposes, I'm just in the middle of the wall right here. But I'm just gonna put it down, I'm just gonna roll it down, up, and then back down again. And then I'm gonna load up my roller again. Just load it up with a lot of paint on your final coat. You want this to be pretty heavy. I'm gonna overlap it about quarter, go down, up, and then down again. And now I'm just gonna lay this out. I always lay it out from top to bottom, just like that. And that's how you actually lay it out. And doing these light colors, the layout is not nearly as critical as doing a layout on dark colors. That's what's really important. On here, you don't really have to be that critical with it, but come back over here, I can work the opposite direction now just for camera purposes. Overlap it about 25% down, up, down again. I'm gonna load it back up. Make sure you load it up with a lot of paint. You can turn your roller to keep it from dripping. To go down, up, and then down again, and now I'll just lay it out just like that. Move to this side, down, there you have it, and that's how you properly lay out the wall. Then we'll go back. There's going to be some light spots on the cut-ins because these walls have to be two coated. We typically do the cut-in, we try to do the cut-in heavy once and then just go back and touch it up. It's typically how we do our cut-ins. Same with the cut-ins on the masking where we caulk. Sometimes if it's a multi-coat wall, we'll just roll the bottom with our 4-inch nap and get close to our tape. And on our second coat, then we'll caulk it, do the cut in, roll the wall, pull the tape. So in this video, some of the tools and accessories we're actually doing to paint these walls fast using our 2 to 4 foot extension pole. A lot of times we're using a 4 to 8 foot extension pole. I use a commercial grade 18-inch roller. We use also the Worcester roller. Got an 18-inch roller here that's a 3/8 nap. We're using our 5-gallon bucket pan right here. That's actually a Worcester pan. We like the Worcester pans because it rolls on both sides. To do our masking, we're using our hand masker with 9-inch paper, 1-inch tape. A lot of times we're using frog tape along with caulking. Here's our bucket. We use the 2-gallon buckets with a 1-gallon grid inside, cutting in with a 3-inch brush, angled sash brush. Got the 4-inch roller with a 3/8 inch nap on that. And we're doing our caulking with just a standard caulking gun. I like the ones with the ratchet teeth. We're using clear caulking when we're doing our caulking. Those are the tools and accessories we're using in this video, and this is what we do to do high production, fast painting. All those tools and accessories, you can find them in my video description down below, or you can check out my tool store at the end of this video on my website, theidahopainter.com.